So the sun's come out, shining quite bright now. But this is my storage shed with all the rubbish, bits of paint, screws, old clothes and everything like that. And I mean, up here I know I've got bits and bobs like little old screws and stuff. That box, it's got an old tap in. Well, I say an old tap, it's a brand new tap that didn't fit, but I need to do that with a future project. And over there I've got boxes of all screws and stuff on the shelf. Bike holder, ladder, and a few bits and bobs over there. And up on there I have cleared off there, that's just all stuff when I cut the tool holes in my box. But this is the original light in the shed, and it really isn't ideal. I mean, that's got an, I believe, 11 watt bulb in, energy saving tube light, and you can't really say there's much difference. So I've got a tube. I'll just turn this one off, turn that one on. It's just wired up through the extension. At a minute it will be going here, and you can really, that's a 2 foot 60 centimeter 8 watt tube, I believe it is, or sorry, 9 watt tube, 60 centimeter long, T8, and it is really bright. Just the one. I intend to put two, one either side, just to make it really bright in here, and you can see the difference straight away. So I'll quickly grab it down off the hook, so it's on at the minute, and show you how it's put together. Bearing in mind, again, I'll turn that one off, turn the original light in here, and whilst you can see some brightness, it's nowhere near as bright as if I just put that one on. Now this is the actual makeup. Temporarily put on a fuse plug. It's got a 3 amp fuse in, which is what this wire can handle. It's 0.8 mil or 0.6 mil, I forget, but it's 3 amp wire, or just over 3 amp wire, which is far more than this tube can handle. This is an LED tube, 60 centimeter long, and in it comes with a ballast replacement 1 amp fuse. Now it's not a ballast that you're used to with tubes normally. It's got a 1 amp fuse wire if you look in there, and this should be put in line with a live supply. So between the live and the connector. Now we'll go through some pricing of what I bought these things for. I'll just move in here just so you can see, borrowing my wife's phone so you can see the pictures. The fuse holder is a GU10 fuse holder. I bought a pack of 5 for £3.84 off eBay. Then I bought a pack of 10 because you need 2, so that's 5 units I can make with this. Holders. These are the T8 Tombstone Holders. Now bear in mind, when I bought these, I didn't get the ones. I made a mistake. I got ones which you can screw in the back, but there are some that they've got a little screw on the feet at the bottom. I highly recommend you getting them because they're a lot easier to use. However, this type you can screw directly to the wall. You don't need to use a piece of wood like I have on this one. Also needed the wire, a 0.6 hookup wire I've used. It's white, it's a standard, it's 3 amp, it's plenty for this. I've used some corner braces to mount it to the wood. cable ties. I've got loads of cable ties in my shed, most people have, but you can buy a pack of 100 for like £2.34, probably cheaper on eBay as well. I've already got these in my shed again. They're pushing wire connectors. This type is for 0.75mm cable minimum. However, they are plenty tight enough for this, but I will be changing them out in the future for the lower ampage, the 5 amp. These are 32 amp. Sorry, 6 amp ones. I will be changing them out, so I'll be buying some new ones. So this again is a pack of 100. You can use a screw terminal block connector things, and they're just as well. And I also bought some cheap spring clamp ones on eBay as well. They were like £1 for a 20 or something like that. So just because I've used these type, it doesn't mean you have to yourself. Now, bearing in mind that this is 3 amp cable I'm using, you don't really need to use a fuse if you put a 3 amp fuse in a plug, but I'll be wiring it to the 6 amp breaker for the light switch to wiring. I'll be replacing this light here with that, using some twin and earth to connect it together. So bear in mind, if you're to the 6 amp breaker, use the 1 amp fuse, because this cable will burn out before the circuit breaker trips. So let's get on with the quick demonstration. So the tube's out. Basically all you need to do, get the angle bracket, screw it in. I've lost the metal clip on the bottom somewhere. I'll find that in a minute. With the angle brackets, need to screw in. So there's 60 centimeter gap between here and here. I put them on the end, marked it off with pencil, and then just screwed them in. Got a pencil mark at the edge, round, screwed in the screws, putting an earth cable under the metal exposed, which isn't connected up for the demonstration, but there's an earth to this metal bracket, we got the live supply. This is the live coming along, which connects into, if you're looking at it this way, the one port nearest me. So this is a live, this is the neutral. Now with this tube set in this one, I only need to connect live this side, neutral this side, and it can go straight back to the power wire. However, some tubes have double input, so I bring the neutral out, back over here to the live, and then the live jumps over to this side and comes back to the neutral here. And bear in mind, I have unplugged this, so this exposed wire, don't worry about that at the minute. You shouldn't use the flexi cable with these connectors, it's only for a demonstration. So on this tube, this is just a connection which connects this pin directly to this pin, nothing else on there. It's just in case you've got this arrangement, which old tubes are set up like, and some of the newer LED tubes are. So it's quite simple. Live cable to here, neutral out, which then becomes live, comes over to this side, then your neutral out, comes over back to your neutral port. I do find it handy to mark them. In the UK, brown is live, blue is neutral, and then you've got earth sleeving, which comes as a pack, but they don't really sell the live and neutral sleeving, or if they do, it's really expensive, or they've got the red live. So what I tend to do, I've got quite a bit of old twin and earth 2.5mm. You just strip this off. Got the neutral wire here. This will just peel, you twist it off, peel it off, strip it, and then it'll come off, and then there's no problem at all. It's not a fiddle, I'm doing it with one hand here. And it'll slide straight over, not tight at all, still loose, if you see. And you can then mark off your live and neutral at the connection points, so when you're up at the ladder you can see it. Now I marked the earth wire with the earth sleeving. Comes with a big roll, it's about £1 from any local store, maybe £5 for a big 100-metre roll. I'm forever losing it, so I do keep a few cuts ready in a toolbox just in case I can't find the big roll. £2.10 10-metre wire, so I've used just over 2 meters of wire to make this. That's with the earth cable, live pack connection to over here, and then the neutral back. So for 3 runs I've got the cable all done. Earth brackets. Now I'll use the cable ties, obviously cable management along the wood. Again, everyone's got enough cut of wood, just make it a bit longer. You can screw this directly into a beam or your wall. If you want to wall mount it, I will be mounting one on the wall. So you just mark it off on the wall, and this is masonry. Imagine this is your masonry wall or plasterboard wall. Just mount them straight on. You got plenty of give on these. I like to just put one on, one cable tie here, so as it doesn't slide all the way off. And then I can use this bit of movement in there to angle the tube, as the tube, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. I can't see it now. Might be easier from the back, but the tube is on the back. On the back there's a strip of LEDs. See the darker area? So you need to make sure that strip, which is there, is on the bottom or facing down, wherever you want it. And it's really as simple as that.